Hello and welcome, dear students, to the next class of software engineering. Today, we are going to study one of the most important topics in modern software engineering, which is Agile Development and Lean Principles. These concepts are widely used in modern software companies because they help organizations develop software faster, more efficiently, and with better customer satisfaction. तो इस लेक्चर में हमारा फोकस होगा कि एजाइल डेवलपमेंट क्या है, व्हाई एजाइल इज दैट मच पॉपुलर, एजाइल का मैनिफेस्टो क्या है, इसकी वैल्यूज क्या हैं, इसके बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स क्या हैं, एंड देन वी विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द लीन मॉडल्स और लीन प्रिंसिपल्स एंड वी विल कंपेयर द सॉफ्टवेयर एजाइल models versus the lean models. And along with that, we will also discuss a comparison between agile development and predictive models like waterfall model and V model. So, by the end of this lecture, you should clearly understand how modern software development works in real world industries. So, let us start the actual discussion. Introduction to Agile Development. Before Agile, most software companies used traditional development models, जो कि हमारे पास normally predictive models हैं, such as waterfall model. Now, waterfall models or other predictive models, they follow a strict sequence, like requirements gathering followed by design, followed by development, followed by testing, and followed by deployment. What it means is that one phase had to be completed before moving to the next phase. For example, developers could not start coding until all the requirements and design documents were completed. तो कोडिंग स्टार्ट होने से पहले डिजाइन डॉक्यूमेंट्स की कंप्लीशन वाज मैंडेटरी. So this approach was useful in projects where requirements were stable. We have discussed it so many times that where the requirements are stable and do not change frequently. So models like waterfall are best suited for that. However, software development later became more dynamic and customer needs started changing rapidly. As we already know, okay, nowadays the customer requirements change very rapidly. So now that gives a birth to the need of some adaptive software development model. So as I said, in modern software projects, customer requirements change very frequently. For example, like a client may request new features after seeing the first version. You have released the first version, and after seeing the first version, the mindset of the client has changed, and now it demands some changes in the requirements. या फिर मार्केट का ट्रेंड चेंज हो गया है, या टेक्नोलॉजी जो है वो वक्त के साथ ड्यूरिंग द डेवलपमेंट इवॉल्व कर गई है. So that may also give birth to the change request. So because of these issues, traditional methods started facing problems. और उनके साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ कि they became slow, as it is mentioned in the slide. They became slow because changes were difficult to implement. They became expensive because modifications required repeating the earlier phases. So you have to like bear that expense. And it is difficult to adopt because the process then, I am referring to the waterfall model and the predictive models, the process are rigid. So as a result, agile development emerged as a better and more flexible solution for modern software engineering. So now, what is agile? Let us understand what agile actually means. See, agile is a software development approach that focuses on few key terms: flexibility, flexible to change, flexible to adopt; customer collaboration, fast delivery, continuous improvement of the product; team communication, and adaptability to change. One of the very important concept in agile development is incremental delivery. So instead of waiting for the complete system to finish, एजाइल की टीम क्या करती है? एजाइल टीम्स डिलीवर स्मॉल वर्किंग पार्ट ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर रेगुलरली। मैं आपको इसको एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू समझाता हूं। इफ अ कंपनी इज डेवलपिंग एन ई कॉमर्स एप्लीकेशन, तो हो सकता है कि पहले वो लॉगिन मॉड्यूल को डेवलप करके रिलीज कर दें, फिर शॉपिंग कार्ट को डेवलप करके रिलीज कर दें, देन पेमेंट सिस्टम। सो इससे फायदा क्या होगा कि दिस अलाउज कस्टमर्स टू गिव फीडबैक कॉन्टिन्यूसली एंड कस्टमर रिमेन्स इन्वॉल्व इन द डेवलपमेंट, राइट? सो एजाइल मैनिफेस्टो, द एजाइल Manifesto was created in 2001 by a group of software experts. Basically, they wanted to improve software development practice and make development more flexible and customer oriented, जो पीछे आपको बताया। So, the Agile Manifesto defines 4 core values that we are going to discuss in the upcoming slide. We will discuss each Agile value one by one in detail, and these values are very, very important. Okay, so the 4 Agile Manifesto values. The first one says individual and interactions over process and tools. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये है कि people and communication with the people. By people they mean all the direct stakeholders, the primary stakeholders that are involved. So it means that people and communication are more important than strict procedure and software tools. In Agile, teamwork and collaboration are highly valued. So, for example, imagine a development team faces a technical issue. So, direct discussion among team members can solve the problem much faster than filling forms or following lengthy documentation procedures. So, Agile gives more importance to human communication and teamwork rather than just following the procedures and the processes and just waiting for the good results. So it says give priority to individuals, talk to them, interact with them, come up with the solution. The second is the working software over comprehensive documentation. As we have seen in the traditional development models, documentation is given very high importance. But over here, Agile Manifesto says that delivering functional software is more important than creating excessive documentation. Yes, documentation is still important, but the main goal is to produce software, not the document. We need the software that actually works. So, for example, आप example देखें आप बहुत easily समझ जाएंगे. A working login page is more valuable than hundreds of pages describing how the login system should work. So customers care more about usable software than large document. Documentation is important, but you should not be like focusing only on the document and leaving the development efforts. The third value says customer collaboration over contract negotiation. होता क्या है कि ट्रेडिशनल मॉडल्स यूजुअली इन्वॉल्व हेवी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स एंड लिमिटेड कस्टमर इंटरेक्शन आफ्टर रिक्वायरमेंट्स वर फाइनलाइज्ड. एजाइल ने इस अप्रोच को चेंज कर दिया है. वो कहते हैं कि जी कस्टमर शुड कॉन्टिन्यूसली पार्टिसिपेट ड्यूरिंग डेवलपमेंट. सो एजाइल चेंजेस दिस अप्रोच के customer continuously participate throughout the development process. For example, like weekly feedback meetings with clients allow developers to understand customer need better and improve the product continuously. So बजाय इसके कि आप इनिशियली एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करके एंड यू शुड स्ट्रिक्टली ट्राई टू फॉलो द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड स्टॉप direct interaction with the customer. So अगर आप उसके साथ वीकली मीटिंग करेंगे, डायरेक्टली कस्टमर को इन्वॉल्व करेंगे, सो दिस रिजल्ट्स इन हायर कस्टमर सेटिस्फेक्शन. The fourth value was responding to change over following a plan. So होता क्या है कि traditional models resist changes because plans are fixed early. Agile कहता है कि no, Agile accepts the changes as normal and beneficial. For example, suppose users request an online payment feature during development. So Agile teams can quickly adjust and add the feature without restarting the entire project. So this flexibility is one of the biggest strengths of Agile. So these were the four core principles. Now, four core values of Agile development. Now Agile have 12 principles. I will quickly go through them. They are easy to understand if you understand those core values. So now it's easy to understand these 12 principles. Basically, जो principles आपको दिए जाएंगे, they focus on customer satisfaction, continuous delivery, team collaboration, simplicity, technical excellence, and continuous improvement. So now let us discuss these principles in detail. The first principle, customer satisfaction through early and continuous delivery. Agile teams deliver useful software quickly and regularly. जैसे कि एग्जांपल दिया है कि सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट्स में बी रिलीज्ड एवरी 2 weeks. Second principle, welcoming changing requirements. So अभी हमने कोर वैल्यूज में भी पढ़ा है कि एजाइल कंसीडर चेंजेस एज अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर इंप्रूवमेंट रादर देन प्रॉब्लम्स. जैसे एग्जांपल में कहा गया एडिंग ऑनलाइन पेमेंट सपोर्ट आफ्टर कस्टमर फीडबैक, जो अभी हमने पीछे भी एग्जांपल लिए. द थर्ड प्रिंसिपल सेज deliver working software frequently. So software is developed in short cycles called iterations or sprints. Now this is very important. Remember these terminologies, iterations or sprint. Sprint or iteration चाहे वो 1 week की हो, 2 week की हो, that is the time in which a new short version of the software is delivered. Remember these names, and not to forget that all of these principles are developed or formalized under those four core values. The fourth principle says business people and developers work together daily. So strong communication reduces misunderstanding and improves the product quality, as we have already discussed. Fifth principle, build projects around motivated individuals. So agile development जो है उसमें जो लोग जो developers directly involved हैं, उनकी skills, उनकी motivation, उनकी जो enthusiasm है वो बहुत matter करता है. So agile teams trust skilled employees and provide support to them. This is very important. The sixth principle, face-to-face communication is best. So direct communication is ये किस चीज पे believe करता है कि direct communication reduces confusion and improves understanding. Rather than just following the formal ways of communication and doing extensive documentation, face-to-face communication is very important. Seventh principle, working software is primarily measure of the progress. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर आपने सॉफ्टवेयर की प्रोग्रेस को, डेवलपमेंट की प्रोग्रेस को चेक करना है, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस प्रिंसिपल उसका सबसे बड़ा क्राइटेरिया है कि हाउ मच एक्चुअल सॉफ्टवेयर इज डेवलप्ड, हाउ मेनी फीचर्स हैव बीन actually implemented. So rather than just doing documentation and creating different type of reports, you should be actually focusing on the actual software to know कि आपके development progress क्या है. And the eighth principle, maintain sustainable development. So team should work at a stable and a manageable pace जिसको long term continue किया जा सके. The ninth principle, continuous attention to technical excellence. What basically it means is that good coding and design practices improve software quality and agility. So you have to focus that you are following the recommended practices. The 10th principle is simplicity is essential. Avoid unnecessary work and complexity. Agile avoids unnecessary complexity and any extra work. Just do what is required. Do not waste time on redundant planning or extensive documentation. The 11th principle, self-organizing teams produce the best results. So teams manage their own tasks collaboratively. So they have to be coherent and work together to achieve their objective. And the 12th principle is regular reflection and improvement. What it means is that team continuously evaluate their work and improve their process. So अगर हम इन 12 principles को follow करेंगे, only then we can achieve the actual agility in terms of those 4 core values जो कि start में आपको बताए गए. So agile is not only a process, it is also a mindset. It is a culture. It includes flexibility, collaboration, customer focus, iterative learning, and fast feedback, as we have already discussed. So people who follow this agile mindset are open to learning. They are open to adopt and they improve continuously. मतलब क्या है कहने का कि if a mistake occurs, as they are human beings, so they are bound to make mistakes. So if a mistake occurs, agile teams treat it as a learning opportunity rather than blaming individuals. How the agile is different from predictive models? The agile model में क्या है? They adopt changing requirements. They use adaptive planning. इसमें they deliver the software incrementally. They involve customers continuously. Lightweight documentation, extensive documentation इसमें नहीं होती. They continuously perform the testing. Risk detection इसमें early है. जबकि predictive models में एक तो they are not they do not welcome changing requirements. They assume that requirements are fixed and stable, and they involve detailed upfront planning. और सॉफ्टवेयर कब डिलीवर होता है? द सॉफ्टवेयर इज डिलीवर एट द एंड एज कंपेयर टू द एजाइल मॉडल जिसमें इंक्रीमेंटली डिलीवर होता है सॉफ्टवेयर. द कस्टमर इन्वॉल्वमेंट इज वेरी लिमिटेड. वहां पे कस्टमर इज कंटिन्यूअसली इन्वॉल्व एंड गिविंग फीडबैक. द टेस्टिंग इज परफॉर्म मोस्टली एट द एंड क्योंकि द इंटायर प्रोडक्ट इज डेवलप्ड एंड देन आफ्टर द कोडिंग इज कंप्लीट द टेस्टिंग इज डन and the risk is detected late at the end. So this comparison clearly shows why agile is preferred in modern software industries. Let us understand this with an example. In a predictive approach, a university management system is fully planned before coding begins. जबकि agile is different. Predictive model में everything is fixed early. Agile में the system is developed module by module. For example, like student registration, fee management, attendance system, examination system. So each module is reviewed continuously by the users. So इससे क्या होगा? This allows improvement throughout development. Now let us move to the next phase of the lecture, that is lean development. अच्छा, लीन का जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है दैट ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. इसको ज्यादातर रिलेट किया जाता है टोयोटा प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम से. लीन का जो मेजर गोल्स थे ना इसकी डेवलपमेंट के पीछे, वो थे एलिमिनेटिंग वेस्ट, मैक्सिमाइजिंग वैल्यू एंड इंप्रूविंग द एफिशिएंसी. लेकिन later lean concepts were adopted for software engineering and software development as well. अब lean के principles क्या हैं? Let us discuss in the context of software. First, it says eliminate waste. अब इसको हम सॉफ्टवेयर में किस तरह डिफाइन करेंगे? यहाँ वेस्ट से क्या मुराद है? बाय वेस्ट they mean do not do extra documentation, do not include unused features, and reduce the waiting time. Second, it says build quality. So quality should be maintained throughout development instead of fixing problems later. Third, it says create knowledge. What it means, lean encourages continuous learning and improvement. So adaptive है ये भी. Fourth, delivers fast. अब जब आप इन प्रिंसिपल्स को पढ़ रहे होंगे ना, तो आपको इसको बहुत ज्यादा कंपैरिजन नजर आएगा विद द एजाइल डेवलपमेंट. इट सेज के deliver fast. So quick delivery allows faster customer feedback. The fifth principle says respect people. So teams should be empowered and encouraged to collaborate. Everyone should be respected. The point of view of everyone should be given value. And the last one is optimize the whole. What it means, the focus should be on improving the entire system instead of only one phase or one department or any individual part. So similarities क्या है agile and lean में? Both approaches like focus on customers, encourage collaboration, support continuous improvement, promote fast delivery, and they are adaptive. ये point मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया. And they emphasize on the quality of development. So as we can see कि both approaches aim to improve software development efficiency and customer satisfaction. लेकिन इनमें कुछ differences भी हैं. अब वो differences हम देख लेते हैं. Although lean and agile are similar, but जैसे मैंने कहा, they do have differences. So agile का focus क्या है? Agile का focus flexibility पे है, adaptation पे है, responding to change पे है. लेकिन lean का focus जो है, that is on waste reduction, and I have already explained कि waste से क्या मुराद है. It is focused is on efficiency and process optimization. So agile originated in, ये बहुत important point है कि agile originated in software development while lean originated in manufacturing. So agile strongly emphasizes iterations while lean focus more on optimizing the process, के process को आप better करें, right? Advantages and challenges of agile. So advantage is के obviously the faster delivery, better customer satisfaction, improved flexibility, reduced project risk, continuous feedback, and higher software quality. The challenges भी इसमें हैं. It requires experienced teams, difficult to implement in large organizations, need active customer involvement is required. Customers should be willing to actively participate, and frequent changes may affect timelines. Yes, no doubt. So agile is powerful, but it also requires proper management and teamwork. So this is the summary of the lecture. Agile development focuses on flexibility and collaboration, encourages continuous delivery and improvement, and uses iterative development. जबकि Agile का जो मैनिफेस्टो है वो 4 प्रिंसिपल्स थे जो हमने डिटेल में पढ़े. Promotes communication, working software, collaboration and adaptability. फिर Agile और Predictive का comparison हमने किया. Agile is like more adaptive and flexible, जबकि Predictive models are rigid, they are plan driven. Everything is planned before it is performed. And then in the last part we discussed the lean versus agile methods. So उसमें हमने detail में discuss किया कि lean focuses on efficiency and waste reduction, while agile focuses on adaptability and customer needs. Both emphasize quality and continuous improvement. So these concepts are extremely important in modern software engineering and are widely used in industry today. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you are welcome to ask.